Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We're still doing UNC Geth Incursions, and even though we have cleared out all four of the systems that were available to us there in the Armstrong Nebula, we found that there's yet another system that's just opened up, so let's get to it. Farewell to Maji, and that finishes Vamshi. And here's the new one, Grissom. What is Gus Grissom known for? It has, as a first in human exploration of space. Well, I would guess you would say he would have been, well, he would have been on Apollo 1, right, if it had not caught fire. So, yeah, that's probably close enough. Got a blinker up here, rocky asteroid. And we found a small deposit of polonium. That brings us to Noton Bon. Noton Bon is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of ammonia. Molecular nitrogen is present in the highest levels of the atmosphere, giving the planet its odd violet tint. The upper levels of Noton Bon's atmosphere are inhabited by shoals of tiny ammonia-based life forms, no larger or more complex than the plankton of Earth's oceans. Held aloft by air pressure and wind, these bioluminescent creatures constantly flee from the approach of the Terminator. Should they be exposed to the light and heat of Grissom, they die. Well, that's pretty neat. Kind of like fireflies in the sky, constantly fleeing as the dawn comes. That's pretty cool. Nothing to do here, though. This place does have a moon, Solcrum. It says a level 1 heat hazard. Solcrum is the largest moon of the gas giant Noton Bon. It has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is composed of various metals with deposits of sodium. As with every body in the solar system, the surface is scorching hot and thoroughly irradiated by the blue giant Grissom. Surface excursions without proper protective gear are certain to prove fatal. Approach to Noton Bon, Normandy's passive sensor array intercepted a fragmentary coded transmission from the surface of Solcrum. Attempts to decrypt the message were fruitless. It does not appear to be in any software coding language used by the Citadel races. Okay. The day is fairly long here, and the temperature is quite hot indeed. So hot that I'm actually surprised that it's only a level 1 heat hazard. Maybe it's because, well, I don't know. Actually, we'd be tightly locked to Noton Bon, so we would have a day and night cycle here, as noted here by the orbital period. But, I'm sorry, by the day length here. So it should get even heating around. I don't know, maybe we're close to a pole. Alright, so as usual, we would not come this far and switch up the squad. They've been so good, Liara and Tali. Okay, is that Noton Bon? Yeah, it must be, right? That can't be the Grissom, because it would be, no. If it's a blue giant, no, it would be so bright you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay. We have an anomaly, a debris, and something that isn't actually marked. I'm guessing that's where the Geth base is. And if you look here, it's this anomaly is perched kind of up here in this caldera. So probably through here, coming in from the west, probably be best. Oops, we still need to actually mark it, don't we, so I can find it. Okay. Here we are. Sorry, capsule. Oh, do you notice I have a level 1 heat hazard? I need to switch somebody's armor out. There were several artifacts stored here, all worthless except for one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Whether it was uncovered at this dig site or elsewhere is unclear. And this should be number 10. Yeah, journal popped up. It means we now have all the writings that we need. Let me switch out. Let me see. Who's got the better Devlin armor? She has a Liberator 10, 23 and 200. Yara, Explorer 9, 21 and 184. Tali, looks like you win the toss here. And you don't look bad in yellow anyway. And we don't have a hazard anymore. Alright. On to the debris. And crash probe. It's not going to work. Oh, that should have worked. Nope. Omni-gel to the rescue. Friction's materials 8. No, thank you. Alright. We actually have a mineral deposit of some kind near here. Magnesium. Alright, and that brings us to this unmarked place, which has got to be the Geth outpost. Two colossi and probably 3 snipers or rocket troopers or whatever. Okay, first things first. Lift. Starting to get some level 10 gear, just barely. We'll take it. Okay, first things first, get Tali out of that armor that really did well for us outside, but is nowhere near as good as the Colossus 10 we have for her inside. Besides, look how much sexier she is in that. Alright. Nice. Now you're just annoying me. Very nice. Who's next? Oh, and I can't hack you, but I can lift you. Why isn't he getting lifted? It's almost like Tali's able to shoot through the wall there. Look at these guys running around. Hey, we leveled up. Pardon me while I pause this fight. Another 10 health regen. Another step closer to master electronics, and even better shotguns for Tali. Who's that? Just the Juggernaut? No. Even the Juggernaut was affected by that singularity. As the last Geth falls, you hear music from across the room. On the monitor, a quarian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful a cappella of worlds and innocence lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. So, in the planetary description here, we've said that we intercepted some sort of signal that didn't match any of the council races. So, was that the Geth signal going with this particular song being transmitted? I don't know. I don't think the game is ever very explicit about that. And that's it. There's no more fighting with this related to this particular assignment. I still don't know what the heck these things are. This appears to be bigger than all the others. Upgrade kit. Terminal. Finally, some answers here. Oops. You discover a number of encrypted Geth data files. In the proper hands, they could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. Yes, indeed. So yes, a couple things have changed now in the journal. First is that UNC Geth Incursions is now marked complete. You have destroyed the Geth bases and the Geth bunker. For the moment, at least, the Geth offensive has been halted. And because we just picked up this data, we now finally get Tali's mission in here. Tali and the Geth. You have acquired detailed data files from a Geth outpost. Given the history of the Quarians, these might be of interest to Tali. Speak to Tali once you're back on the Normandy. Yes. Yes, if you try to speak to Tali now,
ready whenever you are.
She's not interested yet. That really makes no sense. And just guns. Did I check the loot? Yeah, okay, from the fighting. And nothing here. And that's it for loot. There's actually no reason to go upstairs at all. And because I switched out Tali's armor, we're back in the hazard. But we'll be able to do most things just jumping in and out of the Mako. Alright, just a couple more minerals to scan. One's near here. Uranium. And the last one is around here somewhere. Large deposit of thorium. Very nice. Okay. And that should do it for Solcrum. Okay, so a couple things left to do to close out this assignment. One is that Admiral Hackett will actually give us a little quick synopsis, or what he thinks was happening here.
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system. We're increasing patrols in the Armstrong cluster to make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region. Nice job, Shepard. You saved a lot of human lives on this mission. Hack it out.
Yes, we did. And since we're heading into the planet level, we might as well finish this scan here. This doesn't get updated. Fragmentary coded transmission from the surface. So it must have been that song being sent to the Perseus Veil. Very interesting. Alright, I don't think there's a blinker on the inner belt. Just that one on the outer. So, finish up the scan here. Zahirux. Zahirix's nitrogen, argon, and argon atmosphere is being blasted away by the solar winds of the blue giant Grissom. Its surface consists of seas of loose silica dust, some kilometers deep, which periodically swirl into global sandstorms. Many unmanned probes to Zahirix have been lost over the years, though investigation has attributed all to mechanical failure or computational error. A popular extranet meme insists the entire planet is composed of dormant nanotechnology created millennia ago by a race even more advanced than the Protheans. According to the story, Zahirix's silica dust is actually disassembler robots which periodically awaken to defend themselves. Though discouraged by every reputable scientist, though discounted by every reputable scientist, this theory has been popularized by a series of sensationalistic texts by Asari author Delsei Orthaisa, I guess. Yeah, pretty hot here. And we found a large deposit of beryllium on a nearby moon. And lastly, Benda. Benda has a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and chlorine. Though technically classified as a terrestrial world, the surface of the planet has never cooled enough for a crust to form. It is a global sea of molten rock. Like Zahirix, its atmosphere is being blasted away by the solar wind. Once its thick atmosphere is gone, Benda's surface will be a mere 400 degrees C. Right now, 3151. Yeah, that would be higher than a level 3 hazard, I would think. Luckily, we can survey it. Scans of Benda uncovered an ancient Solarian vessel. A small team was dispatched to search for valuables. The only item of value recovered was a Liga 1 medallion. Okay, and that finishes the Armstrong Nebula. Nice. Alright, there's one person to talk to. Since it's so related to this assignment, we might as well deal with Tali right now and her loyalty mission. Hello, Tali.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
If I give you this data, your pilgrimage is over. You'll go back to your own people.
Not right away. I'll stay with you as long as it takes to stop Saren. But my people need this.
It'll take years to decipher and analyze the data.
Maybe even decades, but it's worth the time. This information will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
So, alright, or take it. Gives Tali a copy of the data, and it gets you 1 Paragon point. I can't take that risk. Denies Tali a copy of the data, and gets you 1 Renegade point. And that strikes me as kind of low for the for the Renegade option. Not giving her the Geth data, that strikes me as a really Renegade path. And only one of my shepherds is going to take that path, just to see what the effect is on later games. But I just can't fathom not giving her this data. I mean, what's the risk involved? Letting the Quarians have data that they would have certainly helps us, it seems to me. So, anyway.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt. One I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saren and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
That's a good XP dump right there. And that assignment is now marked complete, and it's renamed Tali's Pilgrimage. To help Tali with her pilgrimage, you've given her a copy of the data you recovered from the Geth outpost. Once you stop Saren, she will be able to return to her people, thanks to you. Yay. Although with all the ships we've been finding, although I guess she did say that she needed to bring more, some salvage ships back, because people were expecting more from her. That makes sense. So yes, this should really make her pretty happy. Okay, I'm going to settle. I haven't done any of that in between these episodes here, so I've got all this Geth loot to deal with. I'll do that offline. And then I've got one more side quest before we go and finish Novaria. Alright, and we'll pick up the story from right here.